Addison and her award-winning artichokes. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Addison who loved vegetables. She grew up in Monterey County on a farm right next to the fairgrounds. Every year, the fairgrounds held a contest to find the largest vegetable grown. One day, Addison decided she would enter the contest. She picked her favorite thing of all, an artichoke. Addison ran to tell her parents. Addison's parents thought it was a great idea. However, they tried to get her to pick something else. Her parents were worried that she might be disappointed because artichokes are hard to grow. Addison's parents still encouraged her. They told her it was a big responsibility and that she needed to make sure she knew everything about growing them. Addison agreed. Addison spent all week studying and preparing to plant her artichokes. First, she found out the artichokes are actually the flower bud on a thistle plant. This worried Addison because she worried how she could get a flower bud to grow big. But she continued to study. She knew she could harvest them because she lived in Monterey County, California, where it was never too hot or too cold. She decided to start with seeds, even though she knew she could use cuttings from a previous root. Addison began to prepare her garden. First, she turned the soil and added fertilizer, and then she set up rows 4 feet apart to place the seeds into. Then she covered the seeds and watered them. Addison cared for her artichokes daily. One day she noticed there was a plant with buds growing on it. She got so excited because she knew that those buds were the star of her artichoke. One hot day, Addison's friend came over to go swimming. She said she could go swimming after she checked on her garden. Her friend began to ask what she was growing, and Addison told him she was growing artichokes to enter in the contest. Her friends laughed and said she was never going to win. Addison knew she should check on her artichokes, but she wanted her friends to stop laughing, so she left and went to the pool. A few days later, Addison went to check on her artichokes and saw that they had stopped growing and looked weak. She remembered she had not watered them in days. She rushed to soak them with the hose. Addison knew she needed to add more fertilizer, but she decided to do it later. Later turned into a week, and when she went back, her artichokes were ruined. She began to cry and ask herself how could this happen. She wondered how she could fix things. Addison's mom saw her crying and went over and gave her a hug. Right then, Addison knew how to fix it. Just like her mama's hugs, the answer is love. Addison started over, and every day she looked after her artichokes. She made sure her artichokes had good soil and water every day. She spent time with them, and when her friends came over, she introduced them to her artichokes. Her artichokes came first. Months passed, and the day of the contest was finally here. Addison was nervous as she walked into a covered shoebox. She passed a bunch of people who laughed and whispered at her. She reached into the contest booth. Addison took a deep breath, lowered her head, and pulled back the cover. Inside was a tiny little artichoke. All the people around her began to laugh. The judge said, "That is beautiful little artichoke." But the contest was to see how you could grow the biggest. Right then, Addison raised her head with a smile on her face and said, "This is not the artichoke I am entering in the contest. This is to show everyone how a normal artichoke looks like. My artichoke is behind you." Everyone turned around and gasped. They could not believe their eyes. There stood a 10-foot tall artichoke. It was the size of a tree. Everyone cheered as Addison received her trophy for first place in the largest festival contest. I got the idea because I didn't really know about artichokes, so I decided to do artichokes. And then I was thinking about how my mom always cares for me and loves me. So I was thinking something could be about artichokes and love, and that's when I got this idea. I was looking up pictures of artichokes, and I also went on a little site that had artichokes all over it, and I read a lot of things about it. I thought the inside was colorful, first of all, and how artichokes are really small. They also grow in California a lot. I was very happy and proud of myself. Mr. Meadma told me and Miss Diley, so it was like Mr. Meadma and then Miss Diley, so it was like all crazy. I was like, wait, yay! I was all excited, and I was telling all my friends, and I'm like, I feel so happy for you. You go in Sacramento. I thought it was gonna be fun, but at the same time a little weird because I didn't know I was gonna win. I didn't know it was all about winning and all that. I just wanted to do the project for like fun because projects are for fun and for grades. Because when you don't know where your food comes from, that's kind of a little weird. You just eat it, you don't even care when it came from. You're just like, I'm just gonna eat this, yeah.